So my name is Royanne, my people are the Kalkadunga and Jukunda people, and I am currently the CEO of KATSANAM. So KATSANAM is the peak body for First Nations nurses and midwives. We've got about 5,500 First Nations nurses and midwives and about 2,500 First Nations nursing and midwifery students. Unfortunately, although that sounds like a big number, we still only occupy 1% of Australia's nursing and midwifery workforce. So our primary purpose is about increasing First Nations nurses and midwives nationally and about building the cultural safety of the broader nursing and midwifery workforce, of which there's about 500,000 across this country. I've been born in Cloncurry, raised in Mount Isa, and if you asked me when I was a young kid if I wanted to go to uni, absolutely not. It wasn't anything that I aspired to. So I would call myself an accidental academic. There was a nursing program that come out to Mount Isa, and that is the only reason that I progressed a Bachelor of Nursing, where I trained and graduated with my twin sister and my brother. My mum's been a health worker for 40 years, and for most of her career she's been reporting to non-Indigenous nurses in our hometown, and she wanted more for us, so she had a vision for all of her kids to be nurses, of which we all are. So mum had a vision, and because of that vision I not only completed a Bachelor of Nursing, but I learnt the system of university, and then I went on to complete the Masters and then a PhD, which is where this award comes from. By far my proudest moments, well, today was definitely by far my proudest moment because it was an unexpected accolade, and certainly at a time where I'm at a turning point in my career where for the first 15 years of my life as an academic, a lot of decisions are based on your promotional pathway, like doing certain things to meet the criteria for being an academic, to be able to move through, to get to a position, to be able to make decisions for the betterment of your people. And undertaking a PhD, when I went into JCU at that time, all of the academics within the School of Nursing and Midwifery were being encouraged to undertake a PhD. So I was just part of what was a changing culture within schools of nursing and midwifery to ensure that all of the academics had a PhD qualification. Nursing for me wasn't only an opportunity, it was a lifeline. It opened up so many doors. My people are overrepresented across every sector of Australia's healthcare system. Nurses make up the greatest percentage of Australia's health workforce, and nurses represent even greater percentages in our rural and remote areas. By undertaking a nursing and/or midwifery degree, the employment opportunities are not only insurmountable, but also the opportunity to be able to work in our communities and care for our people, as well as be leaders and role models, is the reason I'd say absolutely think seriously about a career in nursing or midwifery. So I left JCU about, I think it would have been nearly 10 years ago, and I really never thought I'd leave North Queensland. So I undertook my bachelor's degree in Mount Isa through Deakin. My master's was externally through USQ, and then my PhD was through JCU. Born and bred in northwest Queensland, I've only ever lived in Townsville, and I thought that I would retire as an academic at JCU, but another opportunity came up at another university, of which I took that opportunity. And then you sort of just shut off a chapter of your life and move on to the next one. So to actually return a decade later, I brought up all of these, really mixed emotions about, you're also reflecting on how far you've come, because when I'd left here, I was an academic B, and now I come back as a full professor in a national role, and really reflecting on the opportunities that have been afforded to me as a junior academic within this university, but in a regional university which is much more intimate than your metropolitan. So to win the award today for me really demonstrates the reason why JCU exists. So for the Chancellor to select what I've been able to achieve in my career for me demonstrates JCU's commitment to improving Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander health outcomes for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in North Queensland. So it was an honour to win them, probably one of my greatest honours in my 25-year career.